Hello, everybody. Hi. Good night, Cheryl. VIP Cheryl, I see you over there. Good night. Well, indeed, yes, indeed, we are here again on another episode of the Western Live Show with your host, the one and only Verona Willis-Brown. And that is me. Yes, indeed, that is moi. I am your host. I've been your host for the past 11 seasons because we are in season 12, the season of birthing the goodness, the greatness, and all those dreams and vision that we have stored up inside of us. So, yes, indeed, I welcome you to another episode here on this platform. We come on up in here just about every day from Tuesday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live, of course. So if you're not in Eastern Standard Time, please adjust your time accordingly and let's show up, support, and have a good time over here. Over here, we have good time. Over here, we have fun. Over here, we support each other. Over here, we love on each other. Over here is just the place to be. It is a safe place that was created with you in mind for you to come on in here with your story, with your book, work in progress. So what? We could build together, grow together, but most of all, support each other. Because the more we support each other, the more we build together, is the stronger we will be. And then we will grow stronger. And you see, your dreams and your vision will come a little bit smoother. So, yes, indeed, good night, good morning, good day, good life, good evening. And this is how we greet you. Why? Because this is a global platform. And of course, because Cheryl is saying good night and I'm saying good night, it might be just good morning for somebody else and good evening for somebody. So we just say good life to you. Come on in this room. Listen here. We like to come on in here and do a thing or two. As you can see, if you came in early, we like to promote in the first 5-6 minutes of our show. We like to promote other people's business, right? We have a thing that's a mind your business, but I like to mind your business too. Yes, I do. I like to mind your business. So come on up in here and I show support to other businesses out there. I call them small business support. I'm a big supporter of small business. That simply means you have a small business and you have an intention or a dream to get your business bigger. So I come on up in here the first 5-6 minutes and I promote your business by putting it on the screen. I spotlight it. So if you are watching this and you have a product, yes, you are in a small business, you have a product, and you would like for me to spotlight it, just send me a message and let me know how we gonna work it out. If you can find me over here on YouTube, you go on Facebook, type in my name right there, and you see me pop right up. Just send me a message that you have something, whether it is a book, whether it is a crocheting business, whether it is a traveling business, whatever business it is, and you have the intention to work with us because we're here to work together. You have the intention to work with us. I say, come on in here, find me somewhere, send me a message. And of course, when I show up, I will spotlight your work. Yes. Because when we spotlight each other's work, it is a form of replenishing the earth. God created all of us with different gifts and talents. And you might need my talent and I might need yours. But the whole point is for us to become one, is for us to come together and be fruitful and multiply. So what? We can flourish the earth, we can replenish the earth, we can make the path of those who are coming behind us a little bit smoother. So yes, indeed. So again, if you did not notice the spotlight I put up in the beginning, that's it. You were coming in tardy. You were late coming because I spent 6 minutes or so spotlighting them. So if you missed the first one, then you should have catch the second one. If you missed the second one and you missed the last one, that means you wasn't paying attention, right? So we want you to come on in this room, pay attention to what we are doing because I'm not going to come on and like, I'm support, I'm spotlighting this. I'm just going to pop it right up on the screen. So you saw merchandise, you saw books, you saw travel business, you saw T-shirts, you saw pillows, you saw cups. Their merchandise is sitting there. and they're from different businesses. Each, if you see something there that you are very much interested in, of course, find me again. Find me again, and I will let you know. If you do not see the information up there to get in touch, you do not see the contact information for that person, and you would like to get involved, you would like to support, of course, I am available. Get in touch with me. I will get in touch with whoever submitted their work and so forth. And for the books, you will see the author's name on the book. So just type in the name, go on another social media, go on Facebook, type in the name, or go on Amazon, you see the books, type in the name on Amazon, type in the name of the author, and you will see those books pop right on up. Yes. So this is what we are going to do tonight. Tonight we are going to talk about finding our purpose. We're going to play a little bit hide and seek tonight. Anybody out there? But before we go and play hide and seek, before we go play hide and seek, I just want to say to you that if this is your first time, I mean, it is your very first time. You've never been here before. You never heard of the Are You Free Enough platform. You never heard of the Christian Live show before. And of course, you just never heard of more of Verona Willis-Brown. But somehow you were scrolling through social media and you saw the little rectangle. And it is that in that little rectangle. And it says live. And you are curious. And you click it and you jump right here. You fell right in my lap. And I say, welcome to you. I want to say welcome to you. So if this is your first time, this just happened to you, I mean, this just happened to you. Today, I want to say to you, you are here for a reason. You are here as a newbie of the family. You are here as a new family member, and we welcome you here. So if this is your first time, please put in the comment section that it is your first time. If it is your first time on the channel, yes, put there. First time you're watching our content, put it there. First time on this channel, I want to welcome you. And I want to let you know that you are valuable. I want to let you know that if you come on in here, you comment on any of my contents, I see you. And of course, I will reply to any content that you post up there. Mark my word, it might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but I'm going to reply to you. So please put in the comment section, put put first timer, that you are coming here for the first time, so we can give you a hearty welcome. Yes, indeed, we want to give you a hearty welcome. So come on in the room. Yes, indeed. So when you come on in here, you are going to come and you're going to expect something. But when you come on in here, I want to let you know that when you come on in here, you're going to find a lot of love and fun and family. You're just going to feel the energy boosting through the screen on you. And we're going to love on you. So I like to tell people that if you're new here, I share a little bit about myself. But you got to let me know that you're new, so I can tell you a little bit of something. If you don't tell me that you're new, then I can't share no information, because guess what's going to happen? Those who've been here are going to like, oh, we heard that already, right? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to repeat ourselves unnecessarily. No. So with that said, I want to say to you, if you are visiting us for the second, third, fourth, anytime after first, that means you are a returning audience. If you are a returning audience, I want to say to you, you are just as special, because you know the deal that when you show up, I show up, we show up together. And what happened? We ignite each other and we create a whole galaxy of greatness. Why do I say we create a whole galaxy of greatness? Because we have greatness inside of us. Each and every one of us DNA got sown with some greatness, and we are tapping in from our inside and we're bringing it on the outside, and that's how we are operating over on this side. So for those of you who've been here, I want to say to you, you are special. You came in, you show up, and you know what we do over here. That when you show up, you're showing up with an expectation and intention, with a determination to take action. So we would like to say to you that thank you for keep on showing up. Thank you for keep on supporting this channel. Thank you, because we are doing this together. Whether you are new or whether you are returned, I want to say that we are all on this journey called life. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are all on this journey called life. And on this journey called life, it is a section called success. There is a little section called success on that journey. And because there's a section that calls success, we all want to have success. Whatever, however we determine success, we all want it. So whether you define success this way, that way, it doesn't matter. We all define success differently. But I want to inform you or remind you that nobody can succeed by themselves. Absolutely nobody. Nobody can succeed by themselves. And because that's the case, we like to encourage you to come on in here with the intention to work with us. Whether you are the prime minister, the president, the governor, the teacher, the student, the vice president, the mayor, the teacher, the doctor, the student, the patient, you cannot, and at no political leader position, you do not get there by yourself. And if you have an intention to get to another political position or any position higher than where you are right now, you cannot get there by yourself. So our conscious message over here is to inform you that we need each other. That's the reason why we have gifts and talents. That's the reason why we don't have all the gifts and talents to ourselves. Cheryl might have a different gift and talent that I might need to help me. So what's going to happen? I'm going to tap into Cheryl. Cheryl, I think I'm going to need your gift. Cheryl might say, I need your expertise. And that is how we work together. That is our philosophy over here, that when we work together, we are stronger. When we work together, we will grow better. So that is our thing over here. So if you do have the intention to work together with us, we are ready to work with you. Yes, indeed. We are ready to work with you. And we say, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Listen to me. Listen to me. God created us to work together. Okay. Otherwise, He would just create me and I just leave it here. Right. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. On this show, we like to do a lot of things. But what I like to do on this show, oh my goodness. What I like to do on this show, I like to use F word. I like to use the F word over and over and over and over. What I said, audio, I applied. And I pick 3 F words that I use in here. Just three. 3 F words that I use in here, and they are as follows: faith, fun, and family. 3. Whatever F word you have, and you it's not matching mine, that's fine. Just have a seat and we will work it out together. So yes, indeed, we do we use F word because it's the faith that I have that allow me to get here in this moment to be your host for the past 11 seasons. In the middle of 12. We're about to roll out of 12 and we are going to make it. Okay. So I want to say that as we come in here, let us remember our faith could be as a mustard seed. A mustard seed is smaller than a rice grain. But if we apply that mustard seed and we keep on watering it, what will happen? It will grow. So that is what we did. That's what I did. And that's how I made it to season 12. That's how I made it to season 12 because I kept watering that little mustard seed and it just starts springing up on fertile ground. It starts springing up. So I want to give you a big rundown of my family. We are family here, but my family, I came from a huge family. I'm from a background of farmers. My mama, my daddy, they were farmers indeed. Excuse me. Sorry. They were farmers, and because they were farmers, they produced this lovely seed, and here I am to produce some fruits, right? So they were farmers, and many of you who've been here, you know that I am from the most beautiful place in the world, and that is Jamaica. Period. Okay, I'm not side-eyeing. I'm not showing no shade. I'm not side-eyeing nobody, and I'm not leaning my mouth to the side. I'm from the most beautiful place in the world. Yes, indeed. So with that said, I want to say to you that when I come in here and talk about my family, I want to say that when I talk about my family, I do have the permission to talk about my family. Yes, I do have the permission to talk very much about my family, to let you know that it is my family, that I stand with them. And you know, like, we do a lot of things in my family. But when we talk about family, we are great achievers. My mama, my fathers, my parents, you know, they were entrepreneurs. They were entrepreneurs before they could even pronounce that big word. Okay, before I could have pronounced it like 3 years ago, they were entrepreneurs. I watched them being entrepreneurs. I watched them work hard. I watched them did a lot of things. So every single time that I come in here, you're gonna hear me talk about my family. You're gonna hear me talk about my parents, my family background, my story, because I am the only one that could talk clearly about my story, because nobody else can. It's not nobody else's story. It's mine. So I tend to come on in here and I will talk mostly about my parents or my little childhood time, right? So when I do that, I'm using it as an example or an application to the topic as well as to the content. So when you come on in here and I start talking, because I was encyclopedia of my family, I'm going to start talking about them. So I usually call you a little bit closer. So this is between us. So if I hear it again, that simply means somebody's supposed to spill the bean. Right? This is between you and I, that I am telling you the story over here. Right? Yes, indeed. So I talk about my family, and I talk about how big my family is. My family is very, very big, that we have birthdays every month. I mean, absolutely every month. From January 1st all the way down to December, we have birthdays. Like right at this moment in October, we have so many birthdays. I don't know what happened, but October just be overflow. It's just an overflow in October, honey. And when I tell you, I just be like, happy birthday. Happy birthday. But I give a shout out to my family, because I'm not calling no names. Next thing I call them, they're like, oh, so anybody celebrating birthday in October, go ahead with yourself. I said, happy birthday to you. So with that said, I say go over to the next F word, which is fun. I like to have fun up in here. We like to have fun. We celebrate up in here. When we celebrate, it is a form of support. I would believe in supporting each other. So when we come in here to say we celebrate it, I would ask you, do you have something to celebrate? Do you have something to celebrate, like a birthday, anniversary, boo's birthday, children's birthday, siblings' birthday, neighbor's birthday, and so forth? If you do have any anniversary, well, maybe you met a boo. Maybe you found that you're pregnant. Maybe you had a baby. Maybe you got married. Maybe you got proposed to. Whatever the case is. Maybe you went back to school. Your children did a milestone. Put it in the comment section. So what? We can celebrate you, because that's what we do up in here. See, I do have my cheerleading squad right here. I do have a cheerleading squad right here, and we say yay, and we cheer for you. So come on in, grab a seat, and let's roll into tonight's episode, because tonight is purpose seeking night. Purpose seeking. Anybody know the hide and seek game? Hide and seek. Hide and seek. Let me tell you something. I told you I like to talk about me. Hide and seek was sometimes not fun for me. Mm-mm. Hide and seek was sometimes not fun for me. Because I told you I came from a huge family, and sometimes what they would do, they would hide. And when you think that they're going to be hiding in that certain section, you run on over there and you believe that's it, and they're not there. And then you run in this section and they're not there. And you went in that section and they're not there. Right? And you're seeking to find them, but you can't find them. After a while, I would just start crying. I'm like, I gave up. I don't want to find nobody no more. This is tiresome. Until they're like, that. I'm like, I don't want to play no more. I know I don't want to play no more. But you see, when it comes to purpose, we gotta keep on seeking. We gotta keep on seeking. We can't just give up. Like, I don't want to play no more. I don't want to play no more. Yes, we do want to get in there, because it's not only a child will play. It's not a childhood game anymore. It is now you showing up with an intention to take action, right? It's now you saying, I'm seeking my purpose, because so many people walk around and they don't even know their purpose. So many people gone to their grave and they don't even know their purpose. But we are going to talk about that tonight, of how we are going to seek and find our purpose. Right? So if you're ready to seek and find your purpose, if you found your purpose already, I want to say to you, well, congratulations that you found your purpose. Yes, indeed. That's right. That's right. So don't stop seeking for your purpose. Do not, thank you. You're welcome. Do not stop seeking. Do not stop seeking. Let me tell you something. If you are first timers, You gotta come on in this room. When you come on in this room, look for the share button and share this live. Share this live. Invite somebody to come on in here so we can grow together and build together. Listen to me. We have a VIP up in here. We don't have VIPs. We don't have VIPs. We have VIPers up in here, and VIPers are those who come on in and they earn a badge, and they earn a badge of coming in with an expectation and intention, and they took action, and now they earn a badge of a VIP. This is one of such. Cheryl earned the badge of a VIP, so she's VIP Cheryl. So when you come on in this room, you say hi to VIP Cheryl, right? So this is what we go, and VIP Cheryl, she come on in and she will take notes. And if you are not listening kindly to me, but you are reading, or you're reading, you're not listening, whichever way, somehow Cheryl and others VIPers, they will come on in here and they will put the highlight in the comment section. So pay attention to the screen. Yes, indeed. So don't stop seeking for your purpose. Your purpose is somewhere saying, I'm over here. I'm over here. Just like the game of hide and seek. You don't know where the person is, but you're looking, right? So you don't know where your purpose is, but you're looking, right? And your purpose is like, I'm somewhere. And how do we know where to look? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Unlike hide and seek, you're looking underneath the bed, you're looking under the table, you're looking behind the door, you're looking under the carpet, you're looking behind the bush, you're looking in different places. I'm told you, I'm from Jamaica, honey. I'm from the farm. So hide and seek was some kind of thing where like, I don't want to play with you because now you're hiding in the bush, and then the bush look covering you up as if you're in the army or something, and you're camouflaging yourself underneath the bush. I don't want to play with you because you're like, I'm crying like I can't. Because usually my brothers, they're the one that keep on doing that, you know. And I'm going and I get my brother, right? And they're like, oh, okay, here I am. I'm like, no, I don't want to play with you no more. Right? And then that is how I come on up in here. We're going to say we are going to seek to find our purpose. So never stop seeking for your purpose. If you believe your purpose is hidden, keep on looking for it. If you believe that, because nobody can hide it, okay? But if you believe it's hidden because you're like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. How do I find my purpose? I'm searching. How do I know that my purpose? How do I know this is my purpose? What is my purpose? Keep on seeking. And we're going to go over a few ways. We're going to go over a few ways. Or we're going to know that we already found our purpose, or we are on the journey to find our purpose, right? We're going to go over a few ways we're going to do this. We're going to come up with some stuff. And the first thing that we're going to do when we are seeking to find our purpose, we're going to look inside ourselves. We're going to look inside ourselves. And when we look inside ourselves, we are going to find something inside of us. Because what is inside of us? It is that place where we find that joy, that happiness, that bubbling over, that love for something, that burning inside of you that said, I love to do this. This is what I love to do. I've been doing this all my life. This is it. So when we get to adult, because our children, we're not thinking, let me tell you something. As children, we're not thinking about purpose. Did you know that? Mm-mm. As children, we're not thinking about finding purpose, right? Children, we just go and we love doing this, and we run and we do all this stuff, and we enjoy life, and we're just going, right? So we're not thinking about finding our purpose as children, but as we grow into adult, we hear, find your purpose. You're going to find your purpose. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, as number one says, look inside yourself. Because now that you forgot, now that you got out of a childhood, and now you're in adulthood, and you're like, well, what's my purpose? This is the way that you are going to know what's your purpose. Come on in here. Come on in here. Share this live. Come on in here. This is what we're going to do. Hashtag purpose. Let me tell you something. Finding your purpose is going to put you back into a place of childhood. That's what finding your purpose is going to do. It's going to put you back into a place of childhood. And you're going to go inside yourself. Just look at this. You go inside yourself, right? You go inside yourself, and this can't come over, this can't cover me. So now you go inside of yourself. And when you go inside of yourself, you're finding that little girl, that little boy, and you're going to see that little girl and that little boy, what that little girl and that little boy love to do. What is it that you were setting yourself to do? That's what is it that you enjoy doing? Did you enjoy helping somebody? Did you enjoy feeding somebody? Did you enjoy sewing? Did you enjoy cooking? Did you enjoy that? That's where you look into yourself. I told the story before, and I'm going to tell it again about the little girl who came from a huge family, and every morning her mother would make her breakfast. Not only make her, but she would make the family big breakfast. She would have big breakfast in the morning because her mother believed in showing her love, showing them love in the kitchen, right from the kitchen. And what will happen? She would get her breakfast and she would eat as much as she can. And then she would take some of that breakfast, chuck it into her pocket, and she would go off to school. Then she used to wear uniform, spec, go off to school. And when she's going off to school, what was happening? She would take some of the breakfast and tuck it into her uniform pocket and race off to school. When she's waiting for her sibling, she would still run and she would go off to school. And when she went off to school, she would go in her pocket and take a pinch of something in there and share it to somebody who she knew didn't have no breakfast. And she would share that breakfast with somebody. And every morning she would go again and she pinch and she share again and she kept sharing that breakfast with somebody in the class. And she was feeding that person. She was feeding somebody. And then somebody noticed what was happening because, she wasn't making it obvious. She was just very discreet and she kept pinching a piece of bread and she kept eating. But somebody else discovered what she was doing. But did she stop doing it? No. And they would say, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I've got a piece of bread and I'm giving this one the piece of bread." And they're like, "Oh, really?" And guess what happened? Notice the whisper and whisper and start whisper. And then somebody tomorrow start bringing a piece of their bread, a piece of their plantain, a piece of their dumpling, and they kept bringing breakfast in. And when they start bringing in breakfast in, now they start sharing with each other, right? That one of the girls started that. So now they start sharing with each other. And what happened? They became a sharing class. Now, honey, because they became a sharing class, that one of the girls grew up. She grew up and she still share. She's still giving. Now she's giving more, right? She's giving more because now she looked inside of herself. I told her she went in herself and she found that little girl who used to give, who loved to give, who loved to help others. She had no idea what it was to define humanity. She had no idea what that is. She didn't know all those big words. And guess what? Now that she became an adult, she went in and she said, oh, that is my purpose. My purpose is to lift up humanity. My purpose is to serve humanity. And you know what? Excuse me. You know what? That little girl grew up to accomplish so many things, and she's still giving. She's still sharing, and her heart got expanded to be a big giver. And she's bearing fruits, and she's just watching the fruits going. I tell you what, that little girl, however, is me. Yes, I am that little girl. I am that little girl who grew up to be your host. I am that little girl who came from Jamaica and saw Oprah Winfrey on the television and said, "Oh my, how did she get this? She looks like she's feeding the people and the people enjoying this. How did she get there?" I am that little girl. So I discovered my purpose. How many of you out there still searching to find your purpose? How many of you out there saying, "I don't know what's my purpose"? Go back. into that little child. And that which tickle you, that which tickle your heart in such a way, that is your purpose, my dear. So the first thing is look inside of yourself and see who you are. So when you're trying to say, who am I? Because that's how you're going to find your purpose. Who am I? What's my purpose? That is how. Go back and find that little person. So that's number one. Look inside of yourself. And when you look inside of yourself, number two, find that place, that little spot, that little location that brings happiness and joy to you. Because now that you're an adult and you got out of that childlike mode, you grow up. Now you want to go in number two, right? Number two say, find that place of happiness and joy. That now that you're an adult and you find that place, it is going to tickle you because now you're going to be childlike, right? You get into that childlike mode. You're mature. You're not immature because there's a difference between being childlike and being immature, right? So you want to be childlike because now you remember what tickles your heart. You remember those moments where, like, oh, I remember when I fed that person with that dumpling. I remember when I fed that person and how much joy it brought me. I remember when I shared my pencil with somebody and it brought me so much joy. I remember when I finished my work and somebody did not finish their work because they had no pencil and I gave them mine. And then you remember that and it brings so much joy and happiness. And that is how you feed your adult self. That is how you seek and find your purpose. And feed your adult self. And now you sit there like, huh? So that is exactly why I was created, to do this. Your purpose is not developed when you are an adult. Your purpose is revealed when you are an adult. As a child, you're not thinking about purpose. My purpose is to get up and go to school. Right? You're like, hey, my thing is to get up and go to school. So find that place of joy, because when you find a place of joy, the more you spring up is the stronger you're going to be in yourself into seeking to find your purpose. You see, we often wrap ourselves around purpose is to have this moment, right? And your purpose is not one thing, because we often say, I find my purpose. And it's not one thing. Because your purpose could mean this and that and serve this and serve that. But there's an overall purpose, and that is to work together. But each one of us have our own individual purpose. And like I said, I know mine is to serve humanity, but there's so many categories in serving humanity. Right? So that's my overall purpose, is to serve humanity, feed and replenish the earth. So there's so many categories in that. So when we go and we're seeking our purpose, what is going to happen? No, we're feeding that soul. And when we're feeding that soul, no, we seek, we find, and we're feeding that soul. And it's like, yes, that brings me so much joy. You're like, because now you become passionate about it, because as a child, you don't know these big words. I told you about me and big words, right? I was always intimidated by big words. I told you I'm going to talk about me all the time. I was always intimidated by big words. A passionate purpose. What is that? Even dream came to be. These were big words for me, right? I was so intimidated by big words. So I'm like, no such thing. So now we know what purpose is, and now we know all these things. So I'm like, yeah. And we get passionate. You're passionate about something. So now when you got that joy, Cheryl, you are going to be so passionate about it, because now when you're so passionate about something, it's like, oh my God, I keep on doing this until tomorrow. I just keep on doing it. And it's like you don't have no time to it. You just have no limit. You're just like, I'm just going to keep on doing this. And you just keep on doing it. Right. So that is how we seek to find our purpose. So are you a purpose seeker? Have you found your purpose? Are you found a part of your purpose and you don't know what is your purpose? So what is it? The question is asked, are you a purpose seeker? Because we're playing hide and seek right about now with our purpose. Purpose is hiding. We don't know where it is. We don't know how to get it. Let's seek it out. Let's look and find it. So as we mentioned right here, don't stop seeking to find that purpose. The grave is so rich. You know why? Because so many purposes in there. purposes from here, left, and right. And those purposes did not discriminate nobody. Nope. They're up in the air. Right? So purpose is sitting somewhere. Purpose like, like me sitting right here, like this, with no lip gloss. That's purpose. Right? Our purpose is sitting there saying, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. I'm over here, putting on lip gloss. Do you see me? Right? So come on in this room and let us go into, that was number 2, find a place of purpose. When we find a place of purpose, number 3 is seek a place to plant it. Hello, I talk about my farmer's background. I told you I will use the application of my farmer's background for the analogy or the application. Excuse me. Now that you find something, you get inside. I told you, get inside. Come back out. You find a place of joy, something that brings you joy. No, when you find a place of joy, you're going to cultivate that space. When you cultivate that place, you're going to seek a place to plant that. You're going to plant that joy. You're going to plant that peace. You're going to plant that love. You're going to plant that happiness. And that is how you're going to get into the habit. I said, if I plant it here, it is going to come forward. Just like my parents. What they did, they planted a seed on fertile ground. And when they planted that seed, honey, they sit there, and they waited for it to grow. They waited for it to grow and to bear some form of fruit. Now, when we talk about they plant some grain, some seed, but let me tell you something. They planted a seed. My daddy did. My father did that. He planted a seed. And when he planted a seed, it was planted on fertile ground. And they got me. They got me. I just want to say that. They got me when they planted that seed on fertile ground. So number 3 is seek and find a place to plant it. Plant your passion somewhere. Because when you plant your passion somewhere on fertile ground, you're going to see your purpose going like this. Root is going to sprout up like a bean. It's going to spring right on up. Okay? And once it spring right on up, you know, oh my goodness, that is my purpose. Look how my purpose waving to me. And you welcome that. That's your purpose. So number 3 is to seek and find that place to plant that passion, because passion and purpose, they work hand in hand. They work together. So seek and find that place to plant your passion and watch it grow. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised of saying, oh, that's my purpose. So all the time, your purpose is sitting there like, I'm right here. You thought I was somewhere. I was just right here putting on my lip gloss like, when we gonna merge. I was right here getting a haircut like, when we gonna merge, right? I was right here at the barbershop like, when we gonna merge. I was right here. I ain't going nowhere. Right. So you find that place. Yes. Seek a place to plant your passion. And you see that if you're a purpose seeker, it's going to be right there waiting for you. So yes, indeed. So go right ahead and plant and seek. And when we plant and seek, what is going to happen? We are going to find. Because when you plant something, it's going to come out. When you seek something, you won't find it. My mother used to say, you can't look for nothing that you did not put away. Ooh, child, I know what she was talking about. You can't find something that you did not put down. My mother is like, you can't find something that you didn't put down. So oftentimes, parents are like, oh, go into my room, or go and look for this, or go and look for that. I'm like, I can't find it. Or you're looking for something that you did not put away. You can't find it either. It's like a thief coming to you And a thief is looking for something that they did not put down. Sir, ma'am, you did not put that down. So how are you going to look to find it? How are you going to search somebody's place for something that you did not put down? So simply means you're going to destroy the place, looking for something that you did not put down. So once we plan something, put down something, we should have the expectation that it's going to come back up. We're going to see. Usually when you're a burglar, you're invading somebody's space to get something that you didn't plan. I'm just saying. You're looking for something that you did not plan. Instead of you go plan your own passion and find it and bring it up, you're looking in somebody else's space. Let's not do that. So that's number 3. Now, number 4. Number 4 says, rise above situation. We're going to go back to being a farmer, planting a seed or a grain in the ground. And in the ground, it's just going and it's working itself in the dark ground. It's working itself in the ground, working itself in the ground. And while it's working itself in the ground, guess what? Some form of storm is coming. Ooh, hurricane, ooh, coming. Wind blowing, ooh, coming. And all of the flood coming, ooh, coming. And all of these storms coming and flood and everything and breeze and everything. But remember, it's planted in the ground. How far is it in the ground? Far enough to stay there and bear root. Right? And storm come and say, woo, woo, going. But how many of you know that the very hurricane that's going, sometimes those very seed got rooted up and go fix themselves somewhere else? Now, guess what? What's going to happen to that? You're going to rise above the situation. Rise up above the situation. Oh, where's Cheryl? Cheryl is not writing number 3. So let's write number 3 so somebody else could see what was number 3. Number 3 is, let's type it in. Okay, right. So what is going to happen? The hurricane with the very thing that you planted, the hurricane going to take it and the water going to take and just like, right? So it's like a relocation. So it's like an uproar, relocation and take you somewhere else. Now, when you get that place, guess what's going to happen? The storm is over and you are going to rise above your situation. So find that place to rise above your situation. That's number 4. Let's write it in. I don't know. VIP Cheryl stepped away. Yeah. Rise above situation, rise above circumstances, so you could find your purpose, because your purpose sure not into the dirt. Okay, it's not in there. Absolutely not. It is not in there. We are going to rise above and we are going to find our purpose. So that's 4. Now listen to me. As those grains that wash out of the ground, remember they are floating and they're going somewhere. That is you seeking your purpose. That seed is you seeking something. Excuse me. That seed is you. Right? That little grain is you. Or you, that one that's been washed away, that's been uproar, that's been uprooted, that's been taken up and put in somewhere else? Are you that one? Are you the one that's saying, oh my God, they just planted me? Are you the one that just got here and like, I just got planted right here? And here comes this big storm. Here comes this trouble. Here comes this situation. No, you got to be rooted up and be taken away. Are you that one? So if you are that one, come on in this room. Let us work at least 1, 2, 3. We got 4. We are going to go into number 5. Are you that one? You can pick one. When you pick one and you sit in and say, I'm seeking to see what's my purpose. I'm this little grain, this little seed just floating away, washed down the gully, washed in the river, floating in the ocean. Am I that one? If that is you, let's go. I gave you my hand. Let's work it out. Right? Let's work it out. Let's work it out. Let's work it out. Now, if that's not you, and you have made it to a place that you said, I know what's my purpose. I know what's my purpose. And if you know what's your purpose, keep on watering it. And this is where we go to number 5. Let's put number 5 up. This is where we go to number 5. And number 5 says, experience the passion. Right? Number 5 says, experience the passion. When we experience the passion and finding our purpose, simply means we should expand ourselves accordingly. We should expand ourselves and start having the mentality to bear fruits. We must expand ourselves to have the mentality to show up and take action and know that even though we get uprooted, we are still seeking to find our purpose. Now, listen to me as we do that. I want to say to you, we come to number 5. Do not, under no circumstance, stop seeking to find your purpose. Or you a purpose seeker, or you the one seeking your purpose. And if you are, come on in here. Let us work on seeking our purpose together, because together we have a sole purpose, and that is to work together. Now, we can go over each one, recap each one. As we recap each one, you can pick one to see where you fall into that slot. And as you pick one to see where you fall into that slot, I say, if you are that person that you fall, that one of these things apply to you, we say that you are on a good path. You are on the journey, and do not, under no circumstances, give up on your dream. Now, as we get to the closing of this live session, at the ending of this live session, I would like to say that let's take a moment to say thank you so much, VIP Cheryl, and for those of you who tune in without making yourself known, that is fine. We don't judge nobody over here. I want to say to you, thank you so much for tuning in into the session. But if you've been on this channel, I want to say to you that I, Verona, your host, is in a contest. I am here to let you know that I am in a contest to be the next champion, to bring awareness to breast cancer. I am here to bring awareness to breast cancer. So I am joining in with thousands of women around the world, in this beauty contest. It's called Fab Over 40. So if you're fab and you're over 40, let me tell you something. There's something about hitting 40. When you hit 40, I call it the restart moment. I call it that moment where you're like, no. I am going almost half a century. I'm getting to the crossover in the next 10 years. 10 years, a big gap, but when you hit 40, there's something that clicked. So when I got to 40, I was like, I seek and I found who I am. I found me. Right? So we are in this beauty contest, and we are seeking, I am telling you, we are seeking people around the world to come on in on this journey with us. Because it's not just a beauty contest. It is a movement. It is a journey. It is you and I working together, supporting a cause that is affecting not only us women, but men also. There's a small percentage of men that get affected by breast cancer. But at most time, it is us women. Women, we are life bearers. We are warriors. We are the one that bring forth president, prime minister, world leaders. We are the one. So if we are in this together, we can work together to see how we can adjust our lifestyle to bring forth a change. We are oftentimes seeing so many people fighting this battle, and we should not be fighting like this, even though we are warriors. We should not be fighting like this. So there have to be some form of solution or a strategic way of how we can deal with this. So, like I mentioned, I am, I was selected to be into this contest, to be a part of this solution, to be a part of this awareness. And I take great pleasure to stand in position to be one of the contestants of this event, of this contest. I stand. So I ask you that when you come on my page, whether on here or on Facebook, any one of my social media you go on, please look for this flyer. Please look for this flyer. You're going to see me there saying, vote for me. Vote for me. If you need the link, I can put the link in the comment section and I tell you to vote for me. When you vote for me, I'm telling you the result of you voting for me. What will happen, because I'm not going to take it off my screen until you see it. When you vote for me, what is going to happen? I will become the winner. We are all born as winners, but somebody got to be a champion somewhere. Somebody got to be a champion, right? So I become the champion. And what happened? My intention to be the champion of this contest, because when I become the champion of this contest, it will allow my dream, my father's dream, my dream plus my father's dream to come alive. And that is to send one child or two children to school. Send them off to school, to sponsor one or two children to go to school. So I say, vote for me. The link is in the comment section. Click that link, vote for me, and let us work on this together. So at least one or two or maybe three students in my community that I came from in the beautiful island of Jamaica on the mountaintop of St. Andrew, that I could sponsor at least two children to go to school. That was my father's dream, and I carry my father's legacy, and that was always my dream as well. So both my father and myself, we have a combined dream to send off a child to school. Vote for me, put me in the position to be the champion of this contest, and you will see the reality of dreams can come true. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this live session. Again, you showing up here and I show up here together. We will ignite a whole galaxy of greatness, because we are not here to impress nobody. We are here to create a whole galaxy of greatness. So again, vote for me. As you can see, I put a link in the comment section right there, so we could work on this together. Thank you so much for tuning in.